A midlife crisis is more than just a cultural stereotype. It's a real psychological struggle that can surface between the ages of 40 and 60. Often triggered by aging, loss, or unmet expectations, it can actually lead individuals to question their identity, make impulsive choices, or abruptly abandon long term commitments. While not officially classified yet as a mental illness, the emotional and relational fallout is very real, especially for the spouses and families left behind. This podcast gives voice to those living through the aftermath, exposing the hidden pain, and seeking accountability, healing, and understanding. Thank you for joining us today on MLC Bomb Drop and Beyond. The stories and events discussed in this podcast are for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered legal, medical, or professional advice. Any names, locations, or identifying details have been changed to protect privacy. Any similarities to actual persons, living or dead, or real events are purely coincidental. The information presented on this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as professional advice. Always consult with a qualified expert regarding any decisions related to your specific situation. The views expressed by guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host or the podcast creators. Hey, Bomb Squad, thank you for joining me today on Thanksgiving week. This is our Tuesday of things to be grateful for during MLC. And we're going to start with red flags, which I didn't even know that term. There's a lot of terms I didn't know before bomb drop, such as, bomb drop, red flags, and there's a lot. But it's crazy now. I feel like I see red flags everywhere. You start to understand things your past self had no way of understanding. And this isn't about self-blame, it's about wisdom. There was no way you could have recognized those things as red flags because you were being, I don't want to say manipulated on purpose, but you were, in many cases, you might have been being manipulated on purpose. And sometimes it was covert. But in any event, red flags are hard to see up front until you've been through the fire like we've been through. Be grateful for a safer future. Red flag recognition is protection. It's prevention. It's intuition on fire. No, you are not who you used to be. And that means your next chapter will not repeat the last one. Let's hope not. That's for sure. Be grateful for your future self. There's a moment where you see or hear your future self, the confident one, the calm one, the healed one, the one who knows his or her worth, the one who builds boundaries like iron gates, the one who doesn't attract chaos anymore. And when you glimpse that person, you remember why you're doing all this. So be grateful for the wisdom that you've earned. Be grateful for the man or woman that you are becoming. Be grateful for the future you can finally see and build. And just know, your past taught you, your present right now is healing you, your future is waiting for you, and that is something to be deeply, profoundly grateful for. If hindsight is 20/20, then your future is safer because of it. So be grateful. You can now recognize red flags. And be grateful for your own healing timeline. Gratitude for your pace, not someone else's. Healing from that MLC bomb drop is not linear. There's no deadline, no finish line. There's no get over it already. There's only your truth, your timeline, your nervous system, and your pace. Every step counts. Be grateful you don't have to rush your healing to make someone else comfortable. Be grateful for all the tiny victories. Be grateful for the days that you showed up, even when you were tired. Remember, your healing doesn't need to impress anyone. It only needs to carry you forward. Be grateful for the pain that rebuilt you. Pain is a brutal sculptor. It strips away illusions, dependencies, fantasies, and fear. It forces rebirth. And would we choose it? Absolutely not. But would we undo it if it meant losing who we've become? Probably not, because now you can see yourself stronger and you have evolved into a stronger person that you were probably meant to be from the beginning. Be grateful for the pain that didn't break you, but remade you into someone wiser, someone grounded, someone impossible to manipulate. Pain is the price of awakening, but awakening is priceless. And finally, you guys, be grateful that their crisis wasn't your calling. Be grateful you didn't follow them into the darkness. Be grateful that you could have become bitter. You could have lashed out. You could have matched their chaos, but you didn't. Their crisis was their calling. Your healing and your legacy is totally yours. Be grateful that you chose your own path. Be grateful you didn't descend into the fog. Be grateful that you stayed anchored in reality because your family and your children need that. Remember, someone else's crisis does not have to become your destiny. So, right there, we have a lot to be grateful for, you guys. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday as we continue our Thanksgiving week specials on being grateful. Hey, some resources that are available for you guys are thewifeexpert.com. That's Lori McDermott over there at thewifeexpert.com. She also has a new app out. There's tons of videos that can give you all kinds of information on no matter where you are on your MLC journey or trying to reconcile with your spouse. So check out thewifeexpert.com. And if you're not sure if your spouse or yourself is in maybe approaching or in a midlife crisis, be sure to check out Kenda Root's quiz at midlifecrisismarriageadvocate.com. Again, that's a midlifecrisismarriageadvocate.com. That's a quick little 2-minute quiz. It's free. So check that out as well. We have a ton of resources out there for you guys. So check them out. Thanks. You guys, forward moving spouses, you are not alone. Left behind spouses, you are not alone. Those in crisis, you are certainly not alone. This is just crazy how epidemic this has become. I have a waiting list now of people from around the world that I'm trying to get to. And if you've been through a midlife crisis or been impacted by someone else's and you want to share your story, I'd love to hear from you. Hang in there, you guys. I will get to all of you. Please reach out to me at mlcbombdrop@gmail.com and visit us on Facebook and Instagram, MLC Bombdrop. And just remember, your voice matters. Your story could be the one that helps someone else feel seen. It could help someone else feel heard. And it will help somebody else feel understood. You are not alone, no matter where you are in your journey. If the bomb was just dropped, the earthquake just happened, if you are 7 or 8 years in and you're coming out of starting to wake up and awaken to this, you are not alone. It's sad that this is epidemic, but we're here to provide support. So until next time, take care and live authentically each and every day. Thanks again, you guys.